Hello and welcome to the Trample Back Podcast, episode 123.
You really nailed that, yeah.
Thanks very much. First time, which is really unusual.
Really good. Right, go again.
I'm Gary Black, and joining me this week is Chris Conroy.
Yeah.
And John Walker.
Hello.
123.
1, 2, 3.
As easy as
I can't. DEF, is it?
EFG.
Cool.
Is that not the furniture warehouse you're thinking of?
No, it's a Roald Dahl book.
Ah.
There's something about the BFG, like a good fact about his one side of his face. What, the whole side of his face the same size? Or?
Should we just leave it a mystery and give it to the Patreons instead?
Yeah. The Roald Dahl book review coming your way.
Topical.
Fucking worst spy ever, Roald Dahl, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Sitting there going, well, I was a spy.
I never seen him.
Mate, he's quite a bad man. Well, not a bad man, but he was very humourless.
He sounds like a child.
Hated children.
Aye, like just used to go out and sit in the hut, and I think all the things the teachers or the baddie would do in the books. I think that's what he wanted to do to kids.
Made Sophie Dahl feel bad about herself.
Did he?
Don't know. Just making things up.
She still go out with that wee guy.
Yeah.
Aye.
What wee guy?
Jamie Cullum.
Oh, does she?
Well,
I don't know.
Remember when he was a thing in 2003?
Oh, and he was covering Pharrell Williams, and everybody thought, oh, he's so contemporary for a jazz prick. I think he presents a programme on one of the non-Radio 1 channels.
Is it basically a podcast?
It's either 2 or 4, isn't it?
It's 2 or 4. What do they use BBC 3 for? Is that just like a channel for submarines?
Radio 3. Is that classical music?
I don't know. If you've got any Radio 3 listeners, tweet me.
Maybe it's like BBC 3 The Channel, where it was just repeats of 2 pints of lager and a packet of crisps.
Yeah. BBC 3.
I mean, them losing Family Guy to ITV4 pretty much made people redundant. Like, that was all it took, was Family Guy moving to ITV4, and they were like, right, we need to shut this channel down.
Now on BBC 3, we have the 4 seasons performed by the Heritage Orchestra and Pete Tong.
I used to... do you remember when it was BBC Play?
No. Nobody remembers that guy.
I know, because I was the only person that watched it. That's why it got taken off.
I know I had questions that I needed answered, and we've moved away from it. Roald Dahl, Scandinavian, spy, cut about with Ian Fleming. Why was he a spy? Because he had the Scandinavian.
Well, presumably he could move about very unsuspiciously.
I remember reading something. Do you know? I don't know if it was Fleming or something. Who was the guy? It wasn't Errol Flynn. Whose biography was called The Moon's a Balloon? David Niven.
Okay.
Right, the David Niven biography, right? I'm pretty sure I was reading it. It's a fucking great book. I think it's called The Moon's a Balloon or something, but it's about him initially growing up, getting his commission in the army, then coming out of the army, and then returning to acting.
Yeah.
But it's kind of it's just star-studied, the whole thing. And he was talking about Ian Fleming or something that always puts me in mind of Roald Dahl. These guys, they always go, of course, back then, 1942, I cut a bit of a dashing figure in my RAF uniform. And then you flick forward to the picture and it goes, you just look like an old guy. They just always looked the fucking exact same age. Going, this is me in the RAF, I cut quite a dashing figure. You're a fucking old guy.
I remember my grandpa telling me that when him and his pal were 17 and they get their first jobs, they went out on a Saturday night, they'd stop on the way before they were going out, they'd stop off at the brickyard and get a bit of cement,
right,
and put cement streaks in their hair to look older.
Wow.
To be more refined, like
can you relate to that?
No.
Did you put the wee bit of grey through yours?
Oh, I took it out. It was cut out. Too many people noticed that I had grey hair the whole time. And then...
as soon as you did it on purpose,
Yeah.
it kind of went away.
Aye, that was what I was trying to say. Yeah, before I always had grey hair when my hair grew in. And then when I did it on purpose, it was like, is your hair grey? It's like, yeah, you've been commenting on this for like 4 years now.
Yeah.
No, I've no. Every night out. Every night out, mate. Every night out.
Could you just enjoy your night out and stop looking at my hair?
I think it's envy, jealousy.
That's the end of the book reviews.
You're not going to tell us what your favourite Dahl is?
Probably the Christ of St. John and the Cross.
It's everybody's favourite.
James and the Giant Peach was good. At school, they made us do some of the short stories.
Mhm.
Like have you ever read Man from the South?
No.
It's chilling.
I always liked the Twits.
Yeah.
Which is where I got the inspiration for my life.
Yeah. Danny, Champion of the World. No.
Nah.
The Chocolate Factory.
Yeah. Which is...
Okay.
John, do you have a
Matilda?
favourite Roald Dahl?
Nope.
You ever read a book as a child?
Give the listener a chance to pick themselves up off the floor. Enid Blyton was meant to have been a bad egg as well.
Oh, of course. Of course.
Beatrix Potter was a junkie. Oh, you can't say that. You can't use that word now, can you?
So, we got some celebrity deaths this week.
Yeah, thanks, Patreons. Yep, celebrity death. Where'd you watch that?
So, fuck, every time I do it now, I just hear myself.
Still.
Well, this week, Cameron Boyce died, who's an actor who, John, you were a big fan of?
No.
No?
I told you. I mean, I was being sarcastic, but everyone knows him from the
I don't see sarcasm.
Disney series Descendants.
Yeah.
Which I have never seen.
Is that the one where they're all like children of fairy tale characters?
Yeah.
Yes, I believe that is the
The
premise.
descendants of...
He's also in Grown Ups 2.
Is it as good as Grown Ups 1?
It's a low bar.
Do you know what, this one...
He's 20 years old, so it's horrible.
Seizure? He died for a seizure?
Yeah.
Of an ongoing medical condition.
Do you know what that is? Or
No.
You made the eyes at me there as if it was a euphemism for something.
Well, that was the statement. That was
Aye, the
released.
seizure kept on fucking going.
Until it stopped.
Aye.
Um,
Adam Sandler wrote a really touching sort of tweet.
Adam Sandler's one of those people that it means something to come from because he does nothing.
Yeah, for anybody.
Yeah, like Adam Sandler signed that deal with Netflix to do all his movies on Netflix on the premise that he had to do no PR.
Really?
That was his only.
Yeah.
That was the only contractual agreement. I have to do 0 interviews for any of these films, and they went, "That's fine, we'll promote it."
That's when you know the scripts are dragged from the bottom of the drawer at the bottom of the garden.
No, because I think it's a bit of like you always hear actors and actresses going, "What's the worst part of being an actress?" And they go, "Press junkets at the end of the film."
Working with Adam Sandler. Adam, if you're listening, big fan.
The press junkets. Press junkets are the actor equivalent of working in a call centre. Like, they kind of go, oh, you wouldn't understand. It's so bad having to sit for 8 hours for one day and parrot the same thing over and over again to different people. Like, most of the people that are fans of you know exactly what that's like.
Aye.
They have to do it every fucking day.
I don't know if you have the figures to back up, Gary, that most Adam Sandler's fans are call centre workers.
I do. I do.
You don't know. You can't even give us accurate figures on this fucking podcast.
I think I was working in a call centre the last time was a fun Adam Sandler. It was fucking wind-up phones.
I love making sales in Adam Sandler films.
So I went on this wee guy's IMDb and worked backwards from current day.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, it's a shame. He's been in all these Disney movies. Oh, he's been in Grown Ups too. And then I got to a film with Kiefer Sutherland called Mirrors. And it was at this point I stopped feeling sorry for a wee guy having died. He's the wee guy in this film, this horror film, Mirrors, which I'm a shite bag. But Kiefer Sutherland's in it, so I thought it can't be that bad. It'll be like a wee bit scary. I struggled, like with walking past anything that had a reflection in it, just through fear of what I might see happening in the reflection. I mean, now I've understood it's just normally my reflection,
Aye.
but it was terrifying, so I'm kind of glad.
Do you ever like see somebody coming towards you going, watch that guy, he's a fucking tank, and then you realise it's your reflection?
Why would you walk towards a mirror so quickly?
Just like in a shop door or something like that, you go.
But yeah, the wee boy in this, there's a scene where he's sitting on the floor and there's a mirror higher, and as it comes up, you can see in the mirror, the parent comes in, looks in the mirror, and he's like killing someone at a point, and it's just creepy as fuck. Anything involved with kids killing people or kids being killed in a horror, they know it's just easy. It's like clickbait. It's really easy to do and make people go, ugh.
What was the one that I started watching briefly on Netflix during the week there about a wee guy? Brightburn?
Oh, the Superman one.
Is he a Superman?
Is not meant to be like, what if Superman as a child started using his powers for... I've never seen it, but the trailer made it seem like this is the story of Superman if he was an arsehole.
Remember you were talking about the Robert the Bruce film being really low rent?
Yeah.
Man.
Did you watch it?
The 20 minutes was like, fuck that shit.
See, if you put that opinion on social media, you'd be outed as a unionist liar who only put up a review to try and stem nationalism.
They should also not have done it on one of like the weekends or around the weekends where a lot of people are out marching.
What, Brightburn?
So you didn't get to the end of Brightburn?
No.
Just the Robert the Bruce movie?
Robert the Bruce? No, it was the week before.
Mate, sorry. I didn't
24-hour news cycle has been and gone.
It's out that one cinema it was in yet?
Yeah, I think they had it on for a day and nobody went to see it, so...
the Robert the Bruce guy, McFadden, he's commenting on anything indie where, like, I think he thinks, it's sort of really emotional prose. You can tell he's really invested in the independence going alongside. There's a wee bit of me thinks the people that made it thought that see if Braveheart came out now, that it would stir some kind of national spirit.
Yeah.
And I think they were hoping that was what was going to spill over. Like this will be the stone, and then the snowball, and then the whole thing. Like this will take us over the line. I think we're going to need to take the arts out of any kind of positive argument for independence now.
Yeah.
On the basis of that movie.
We're too poor and too stupid to make films.
Please help us, Pinewood.
So yeah, you didn't enjoy Brightburn?
I put it on at the wrong time. The wee guy was a dick. I'm getting that fucking problem with the telly. The tellies are too fucking good now, and you can see how cheap the locations are. I just want the whole thing fucking blurred. No.
You want a grain added back over everything?
I watched. I think I was digging about to look for something after Stranger Things, which this wee guy Cameron wasn't in. It was excellent. Really good again.
Much else, but he did seem fun. Like I see, I've seen loads of videos cutting about him. Now,
genuine fun.
Yeah, like a good laugh, but very aware of when he was being recorded for specific things.
Yeah.
So there's a couple of videos where he thinks he's just being filmed by his pal, and then realises it's somebody gone live on the Snapchat, and he goes to like swear or something.
Aye.
Very aware.
Yeah, you don't get to be a Disney child actor without being trained on how to work the Disney magic.
Abused. We won't know.
Yeah.
He
took that secret to his grave.
Yeah, that's the ongoing medical condition that we're talking about.
Well, that seems a really sad one. It's... Do you know? It just feels really shitty. You're going, well, at least it wasn't him. At least it wasn't a death by suicide.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's the type of shitty.
It's really good to hear that a kid's gone by natural causes.
Oh, seizure!
Some actors die at 20. Some actors die at 88. Gary,
that's true.
Hit me.
Love to,
because I can't call him anything other than Patches O'Houlihan.
Rip Torn passed away of old age.
Like, see, if your first name's R.I.P., it feels like you should always be dead. Like you should never have been alive.
Also, seemed a bit cruel by his parents,
Yeah.
Name him 2 different words for the same thing.
Honestly, that's the first I've noticed it. Oh,
Be fair, guys get more time than you.
Yeah. And you
Between his cycling game.
watching all the credits and all the Larry Sanders shows really came in to its own.
I feel like he played a lot of the same character.
Yeah, well, I like to think that it's the Rip Torn universe.
Right.
it's the same.
He is the same guy in all of these. Men in Black, Dodgeball, 30 Rock, and Larry Sanders is all the same guy.
Who's
just in different.
Freddie Got Fingered, his dad, and Freddie Got Fingered. It is the exact same.
Who's the guy? Is it David Seltzer? David. Who's the guy that's played the same cop in so many cop shows?
Oh,
David.
yeah.
David.
Can't remember.
Isn't he Seltzer? What is it? The guy said that a really, really poor comedian as well, but he's made a few quid off her.
It's the same as, you know, in Parks and Recreation, the news guy, Bert Hapley.
Aye.
He's been in loads of films where he's the news guy,
right?
And he got typecast as that. And when they cast him for Parks and Rec,
you show me a picture of him.
You know the guy I'm talking about?
It's like in the tip of my mind. I just need you to push me over.
Yeah, but Patches O'Houlihan's dead.
Yeah, that Dodgeball was in Dodgeball. The old guy that's like,
I don't think I've seen Dodgeball.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. That's
fuck.
I find it very odd on the things that you haven't seen, in the same way that you think it's very odd on the things that I haven't seen.
Of course,
Ben Stiller.
Ben Stiller's good.
Up to a point, but that's the same problem with Adam Sandler. Adam Sandler was fucking brilliant. Then you give him a bit of money, and it just all went to shit. See, as soon as you get to Big Daddy, Little Nicky, it's all going.
I think what you're missing out there, though, is the fact that, see, when he got kids, he wanted his kids to be able to watch his films, so he stopped doing the stuff he was doing.
So they could hate Adam Sandler movies. That's the same joke I did with the
kids
with
love Adam Sandler films.
Tom Hardy.
Yeah, how could I forget? It's not Bert Hapley, it's Perd Harpley.
Right.
You heard with Perd.
Right, okay. I had a different guy in my head.
Oh, did you?
Aye.
Who did you have in your head?
A white guy. That was how I knew immediately. I'd fucking Kent Brockman and real flesh.
So Zed just die?
In Men in Black?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Is it Men in Black International?
I don't know.
No, here, that's a great movie.
Is it?
Yes, really good.
I'd heard that it wasn't.
Well, don't know.
But I trust your opinion more.
Yeah, it's very Conroy can turn off for this bit for 2 seconds. It's very Thor Ragnarok, like similar idea,
same people.
It's even got the same type of Korg character in it as well. But it's very enjoyable.
It's Taika Waititi in it,
and
is he into do it?
Liam Neeson is around black people several times in the movie and doesn't pull out his cosh.
Well done, Liam.
He's learning.
But you notice how Men in Black International, it's a big brand, it's a big movie, didn't have to pull out a bizarre story.
Aye.
To try and sell it. That's still the best thing ever. It's so ridiculous.
But what Gary mentioned as well, how quickly has that moved on? You know, it kind of... Did Liam Neeson say that? I was thinking, going, should we look back at a hashtag 5 years ago and see what was trending? Like, see the amount of people every now and again somebody will put up something about Joseph Kony 2019. It's the same sort of way people going, aye, okay, I know Freddo's used to be £10. You know, I've heard somebody say it and going, £10 Chris on the £10 Chris anymore. Right, okay. I think that there are hashtags and movements out there. Like, see in 3 years' time, what are people going to think about Liam Neeson? It's going to go through the Mandela effect, isn't it? You go, did that happen?
It reminds me of the famous hashtag for Telepal Tuesday.
Oh.
TAP Tuesday, which was then subsumed into a California tap dancing school that had Tap Tuesday.
Yeah, and it's now been taken over by a bathroom fitting company.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do hashtags work on Twitter, Gary? Do they buy hashtags
No.
and try to get them, or like,
They don't really work anymore either, because you can literally just type in the word and you'll get the same idea.
It's meant to be for grouping conversations about topics together.
right?
So anyone can use them, but brands have quite famously not realised that in the past and set up things where, you know, anything you put into our hashtag will come up immediately on a screen somewhere.
It doesn't.
No, it does, but you can put literally anything you want and it'll,
Right.
you know, if you've got a screen set up in your headquarters and it's like anything tagged with the hashtag of our company name will come up on our big screen thinking it's going to be, oh, I love your product, this is
Aye.
great. And all of a sudden people are putting up all sorts of photographs of their own arsehole.
Right. Well, consent's everything as long as it's their own.
True.
So RIP Torn, RIP TORN,
And Danny.
and
Who's Danny?
Don't know, it's Cameron.
Cameron.
Why did I think it was Cameron?
You're thinking of Danny Zuko?
Definitely.
Did he play Danny Zuko at any point?
No.
He had the hair.
Could have been his love child, yeah. God, Jesus Christ. Yeah, he could have. But
The Grease 3 they'll never make.
Yeah.
did they make a Grease too?
Oh, Michelle Pfeiffer. It's terrible.
Oh, don't.
Well, I was reading a thing the other week, which is
Well,
why it was in my mind, that if people who watch them now, Grease 2 is the better film.
Well, see what you're talking about. If we look back, I think I've seen Grease like a year ago. It's the same thing I said to you in Bruges. That Grease is
Yeah.
rapey as fuck.
Yeah.
Like, super rapey.
Also, it doesn't have Michelle Pfeiffer in it, so therefore Grease 2 immediately starts off on a better footing.
Okay.
Would you have had Michelle Pfeiffer playing the Sandy role in Grease 1?
In the Catwoman cat suit from Batman Returns.
How can you talk about a film? How can you hold rapey films to a standard and then you say that?
Because my personality is a juxtaposition.
Stuttering pervert.
I'm not
The
I don't-
worst- the worst
I don't
type of-
stutter.
The worst type of pervert.
Aye.
Someone who can't defend themselves quickly.
Take off your bum bag.
So talking about rapey perverts, you want to talk about Jeff Epstein,
Yeah.
who was sentenced, not sentenced, found guilty, still to be sentenced.
Oh, is he actually been found guilty? I thought he was
No,
charged.
no,
was
he's
he
been
charged?
charged.
He's been
We've
charged.
still got a court case. The big
Okay.
the prosecutors have actually said keep stuff off social media. You know what? Anything that's going to. So we're talking to you, Stephen Yaxley Lennon. Anything that's going to prejudice the court case. There was one of the.
Am I going to need to get the beepy button out about again?
Yeah.
No. Just say it a royal.
Okay.
Everyone else will do the heavy lifting.
Okay. From here on now, if you hear us say a royal, it's definitely not. It's
No.
somebody else.
And if you make that assumption based on the fact we've mentioned in this section, that's on them.
Let's be honest, it could be Prince Andrew, Prince Charles, Eddie, Harry,
Prince or Princess Michael.
the butler. Oh, fucking see the butler.
Oh, don't even.
Right, FBI be doing it. They've actually put a thing out on social media saying if this guy's done anything bad to you, get in touch. So see the amount of cranks they're going to get, you know, like phoning or tweeting using hashtags. One of the policies when it came up about said pretty much said, yeah, he didn't fuck that minor. You know, it kind of like named her and went, nah, he never had sexual relations with that one. You know, it's kind of guess again.
Well, you know what I've started doing? See, when I see pictures, so I think the famous one was the Trump quote, when he was talking about him, says a really good guy. I think he actually enjoys women more than I do.
Yeah.
But normally ones are a lot younger.
Yeah.
And I was like, that looks like one of those quotes that I'm going to be caught out on. So I'm going to have to go Google and find where this was printed to make sure somebody's not just taking a picture
Yeah.
written a quote over it. It's an actual quote in an interview he did on Times Magazine. It's like a full quote. And but then fuck. What does he do then? Does he cut him off? Does he sell him down the river? Does he try and protect him?
Well, it's very hard for any court to prosecute him when he allegedly has the Prime Minister, the President of America and one of the royal family, and has a stack of evidence against what they've been up to.
Yeah, but all they need to do is get the right state to take this case.
You ever played chess with a paedophile?
But that's it though. Surely that's the answer. Is the FBI take it to a state?
No, because his court case gives him free rein to stand there and say, well, yeah, I did this and that, but you know who I helped? This guy, that guy, that guy.
All depends on the question that they asked. Stick to the question asked, please, Peter. The scarier thing is how long the operation was allowed to run.
Yeah.
Imagine bringing a minor in and go and talk to over there. What one is he?
What if that went wrong?
You kill them?
See, like, no, but see, you're the rich billionaire who's going to a party with all these rich people, and like you're the first one to bring an underage child to start a sex party, and they all go, "Oh, what the fuck are you doing, you weirdo?" Like, there was just the most powerful guy. We all went,
"Stop fucking the kid!"
Okay, we can all bring our own now.
Aye,
we don't need to hide this weird thing that we all have.
Right, I'm going to pose a question here. Do you think Epstein became a billionaire to mask his horrible, horrible lifestyle? Or do you think he became a billionaire because of his horrible, horrible lifestyle? Like, is it that hiding in plain sight?
Yeah.
Or...
No, I think it's because...
Right.
If you know what all these powerful people are up to, and you're holding all the cards...
You never see a poor paedophile get away with it.
Aye.
Like they're outed and they're in the paper and they're jailed or stabbed in jail pretty quickly.
Aye, you don't see many Bentleys at the Aquatech. Do you know, it kind of just one person in the swimming trunks with the Bentley keys.
Well, isn't the thing about Epstein when he was 18 months or 8 months in prison before, the judge said that he wouldn't do well in prison, and that's why they were giving him a lighter sentence.
It's because everyone in prison's old.
It's weird that you can't predict that America feels conspiracy daft. See the amount of conspiracies I've been reading about Obama this week, Clinton, Trump's been dragged into this. We're getting to a point now where Trump is such a polarising caricature that see the people that liked him in the beginning, they now love him. You know what? There will be people in America going, but of course he fucked a kid. You know what? He's the president of the United States. Of course he did.
And you know what children are like nowadays.
Isn't the thing with the link with Trump that Trump started basically a teenage...
I think we know where the link is.
Started a teenage modelling agency that was bringing in children from like Eastern Europe.
Trump has treated steaks with more respect than some of the women that have come through some of his pageants.
Some of the women he's married.
Yeah. What about uninvited Ivanka? Have you been following on that?
No.
Oh, I'll send you some of them. Gone to the whole thing at the G20. Oh, fucking Ralph phoned me up a couple of days ago getting really shitty about that story I was telling about the Mac DeMarco gig.
Yeah.
He says, I said to you that I said to you, do you know, going blind, you're making out as if it was like that, mate. I've tweaked the story if I can.
That's the good thing about having a podcast is we can say whatever we want. And nobody can say anything against it. So
this is what getting credit sounds like, Ralph. And then as well, about the tip for Tour de France, the outsider Jacob Fulsang, you knew that's who I was betting. So that's what credit sounds like, Ralph. Right in the middle of the pedo section.
So what are the Obama conspiracies? I've not heard those.
I don't know if I fucking can even mention any of them, man. Just about who his dad was. One of the ones is really, really left field. I thought I put the link in. Like,
His dad was Bill Cosby.
that would have been better. About the Transparency Act, the executive order that he signed the day after he was either voted in or inaugurated. First thing he done was an executive order that sealed all the paperwork in him. You know, birth certificates, passports, police reports, anything we've been picked up for speeding, like everything was
let's
sealed.
Let's be honest. If somebody like Trump's going in, that is the last action you're doing.
But show me what you've got. Show me what you've got. That's what you'd say first day as Prime Minister, going, show me what you've got.
I feel like that might be the first thing that every president does.
Do you think so?
Yeah. Like, okay, you're the president now. All your data and files and everything is just closed down.
Imagine the first day just standing in the back watching it burn in a bin.
What would be the first thing you would do if you get sworn in as president?
Take a day off.
Well, Trump already does that, so that's not very... It's very normal.
But would be the first thing you'd do?
Aye. Like, what would be the
Get a list of interns.
Get Epstein on the phone.
What would be the first thing you'd want to know?
Who shot JFK? Take me to Area 51. I would do all that shit. Right, who done 911?
No, take me to Area 52. Like, oh, this guy knows. This guy knows.
What's the shit with the passports at fucking 9/11? Who planted them?
No, but jet fuel can't melt steel beams, guys, right?
It can. Come on out the back. We'll show you this. What would you do?
I don't know. I wouldn't start.
You wouldn't phone Seinfeld and go, get coffee, I'm bringing them water. You wouldn't.
Find out what Joe Rogan's up to.
He's booked up to November.
Can we really see everyone's emails? Like, can you show me?
It would probably be the closest I would get to a DMT contact. Who fucking tweet me about crime podcasts? I'm not tweet John about DMT. Right, see, before we finish this, Epstein, two questions.
It's amazing that he's putting his career with the Beatles at risk.
It's just the Epstein curse, eh? Is he going to squeal?
If he squeals, we will never hear about it. That shit will be shut down.
Is there going to be sacrificial pedos?
But
like, are they going to fling a couple? Is it going to be Kevin?
Well, here's the thing.
You better bleep that one out.
The FBI don't like Trump.
Yeah, but
so they know what they want to get to. A billionaire with no power is not what they want.
It doesn't matter how much they dislike somebody. Having the president come under question for that depth of crime is not going to be allowed to happen while he's in office.
I think it depends.
Clinton's not in office.
That's true. That's very true.
It's just over here, please.
Neither are the royals.
It's a kid come out of the bushes.
Yogi Bear.
Fucking wasn't it picnic baskets he was after?
Well, if I've learned anything from crime podcasts, right, it's that you have to throw somebody more powerful than you under the bus.
Yeah.
So he just needs to find the lowest common denominator that's bigger than him.
I fucking really hope that he shops Brendan Rodgers. Right, who else? What other pricks you got?
You want to
fucking hell? Men are coming off really bad in this podcast this week, aren't they? What's the next story?
I don't hear you being bad against women.
We'll get there.
Yeah. So Stephen Yaxley Lennon is pleading to Trump to please rescue him, despite his long list of criminal activity.
Right.
Have you seen the video?
Nah,
So he posted a social media video on the verge of tears saying, please, America, please make me a political refugee. I want to come to your country. I've not been treated fairly. The British establishment's come after me and you need to rescue me. Despite the fact he has already entered America legally under 2 different false passports.
Yeah. So that's strike one. Is he wouldn't get an ESTA even to visit America now?
Yeah.
For the criminal record he's got. So that's one, he can't visit. So they're not going to waive that. Mo Farah couldn't enter the fucking USA, an Olympic gold medalist, because he'd been competing in Somalia like a month before he was due to visit.
Right.
So if Mo Farah can't get something through government to get to the US, Tommy Robinson's little video on YouTube isn't going to get anywhere. Simple as that.
Yeah.
So what he's crying about is this: was it filming in court or is it releasing details of a court case? What is it?
He stood outside a court and gave out details of people who were in the court
He filmed them going in.
Yeah, he filmed them going in and named them. And there was a police, a legal, what the fuck are those called? Injunctions out to stop the reporting of them because it could collapse the trial if their identities were revealed.
Yeah, you're going to need to bleep that last section really hard, man.
But his complaint on a podcast he done recently was that there's been several journalists who have done the same thing and been given like £10,000 fines, which is fine. Like that is a good precedent to put forward when you don't want to be jailed for something.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, you can't go on a podcast and not talk about the 3 other times you've been in jail for longer than 9 months.
Yeah.
Because that's what's contributing to the fact you're about to go back to jail. It's not this single thing. It's the fact you have a serious criminal record and 2 of them are violent. You're going to jail because of a proven track record, not because you filmed in court where other journalists did the same and didn't go to jail. You're going to jail because you're over 3 strikes now.
Has the petition started for America to take him?
Yeah. On both sides. Americans that want him and the people in the UK that are saying, aye, please take him. To be fair, he must be absolutely shitting himself.
Well, he's going to get killed in jail.
Do you think so?
Yes, well, he's already been beaten up a few times in jail.
Oh, everybody's not white in jail. I just remembered.
Yep.
Oh.
If only they'd balanced it to make sure.
Oh, it's not weighted in his favour.
Well, they could just put him in solitary confinement, which might be what he eventually asked for.
What to write for Ian Huntley?
Good point, yeah.
If you've not seen any crime film,
Do you know what?
the guards will just open the gate.
See the whole thing about me fucking bitching about crime podcasts? It all came from my wife and I. Our viewing habits and our listening habits are just so gruesome at the minute. I came in the other night. That and jigsaws. She's been doing a lot of fucking jigsaws. So, see, before bedtime, you know, our bed, she'd been reading the Kindle before, but it's like 16 of the most gruesome autopsies seen in Europe. And I'm going, wait, how can you read that before bedtime? She says, no, give you nightmares. She's like, aye, but I like nightmares because you wake up and then you realise they're not real. Like,
that's not how a nightmare works. You wake up and for like 5 minutes you go, I'm no I need to turn the light on.
So,
and then you have daydreams where it all comes back to you.
So just when I think that's why he popped into my head there. We get into the car, and you know how a couple now, there's a race to get into the car first so that it's your Bluetooth that's linked up. Do you have that 45 seconds before you pull away?
Not yet, but don't. Oh, that's brutal.
I got no audio. Press media, press media. Take yours off and put mine on.
Well, so every time you're in the car on your own, just forget all and only connect your own.
So we get into the motor, and it's a podcast about Ian Huntley. I'm like, how fucking grim is this? But horses for courses, I suppose.
I saw a good video this week about jigsaws, and it turns out that jigsaw manufacturers don't make unique presses for each jigsaw.
No, they make hobby fucking things for potential murderers.
So if you get several jigsaws from the same company,
right,
they've all got the exact same shapes, so you can put them together and make your own unique jigsaw that's maybe half a horse and half a train.
I said the other day, do you know what Scotland's missing? A good serial killer.
Yeah.
Because you've got the tools now where you'd probably catch them. Like, you've done so much research recently that you'd be the one that caught them. You know, she says they wouldn't get a chance. It'd just be a murder.
Yeah.
The day one, then I go, nah, I'm snuffing this out.
Well, look how many people have been. Look at that, the boy up in Maryhill. Is it Maryhill? They took the girl home for a night out. He was caught within like 5 hours.
Aye.
And he like melted the body in acid.
Aye. a serial killer in Scotland, it'd need to be, it's like, who farted in a lift, isn't it? You know, eventually, there's 4 people it could have been.
You'd need to plan it to leave clues for social media investigators.
Right.
So you'd need to set up your crimes in such a way that the police would miss it, but leave clues for internet sleuths.
We're only a few years away before people premeditate the murder and sell the deal to Netflix before they actually carry the fucking murder out.
Yeah. Well, I did see a discussion on how do I make my crime podcast stand out.
Come on, Gary, what are you pitching today? This is how I do it.
This is how I'm going to do it, and I'd like you to follow me and film me.
Are we far away?
Well, somebody's already tried it. They've just not done it in the podcast forum or the YouTube channel.
Love Island's a very passive way.
The guy in Chicago was going around on Facebook Live killing people.
Yeah.
Was he?
Aye, and it took Facebook 9 hours to remove the video. So see, when you think people are looking at your stuff, they're probably a bit behind.
I'm going to cover the camera. Like the fucking... The big fear always is that they're going to blackmail you. You know, with your banger it, looking at your laptop. That's the big fear.
There's enough of those photos, man. Easily. I just need to not be taken by it. But see if they just released everybody's banger photo. You know, we could then sort of get rid of the sort of broomstick up our back. You know, as if your banger was worth looking at. God, you know, it kind of maybe bribe me. I'm going to cover my camera. If they can't catch a guy in a 9-hour GTA killing spree, they're not bothered about your banger. Aye, because even somebody as famous as Jennifer Lawrence, like all those pictures of hers get leaked.
Aye.
And then when like a day everyone was like just back to like normal porn.
Aye.
And she can now be in movies, and I mean people will reference it like once during the movie. It is only women though, isn't it? Oh no, Kyle Lafferty's been stung.
He was fucking.
Why are you sending your banger? See if you're famous. Why are you sending a picture of your cock for your own phone? Get a burner.
Why are you cutting about Silverburn Shopping Centre fucking passing handwritten Snapchat addresses? See any guy that's got his banger out in a Snapchat dick pic. See if his face is in it. This is what they have in your head. His face at the time was making a face going, what do you make of that, Ian? What do you make of that, Ian? Oh.
Is that what you were thinking at the time, John?
Firstly, I went, he's in proportion. Well done.
What a lanky penis.
Good in
Funny enough, that's what we call him. Oh.
Did you see? Have you seen all these bottle top challenges?
Yeah.
Have you seen the penis one?
No.
Is it?
It's tremendous.
What was the point yet?
It was an MMA fighter put it up.
Right, that's how it started.
But
is it?
But he's now
turning round.
But he's now a spinning heel kick. But he's now said that everyone's doing it wrong because everyone's kicking the bottle top off. And he goes, if you watch my video, the point is I don't kick the bottle top off. I keep it spinning on the top of the bottle. It's like it's easy to kick it off. It's easy to spin kick a bottle top off, like really easy. He's like,
oh, shut the fuck up.
The idea is to keep it on. But did you see the guy who did the monster can? It was like another MMA fighter from the UK.
Right.
And he did the monster can, and he goes to spin a heel kick, and then like freeze frames, and his toes open up a can of monster. And starts drinking. The guy's like, you win.
The only one I'd seen was a guy with like a glass Coke bottle, and he turns round, and in this time that he turns round, he's taken the bottle cap off and discarded it, so it's like it's disappeared, and then takes a drink. And I was really confused at like, why has that become a big thing on the internet?
Right, okay. No, that was the point.
In 5 years' time, we'll look back at the hashtag bottle top chat. Ralph has to go see that as an apology, is he?
No, you're going to get another phone call midweek.
Aye, I can see that. Well, it was him that introduced me to the Ivanka, uninvited Ivanka. Go and check it out, it is good. Sorry for thinking you're 2 bits apart, Ralph.
Sorry, he can just start his own podcast where he critiques what you've done the week before.
Mate, he would fucking double your numbers. It would be so frustrating. He'd have people on talking about fucking mental health, and it'd be really popular.
Get Tommy Robinson on and don't interview him at all.
Aye. It'd be amazing. Do you know what, there was actually, I was trying to push him into doing a podcast. Do you know what? Maybe phone him. See if we can get a bit of feedback on this.
Christopher.
Hello, how are you?
Very well, yourself?
So we're just podcasting there. I've went and put a really heartfelt apology in for knocking all your full sang. What was the other
You're
thing?
my shit.
What was your other thing?
What was my other thing?
Oh, the Grand Blind.
The main thing?
Oh, right, Grand Blind. Do you know what, it's pretty heartfelt. I've made sure it's got a standalone section in the podcast. It's to the side, I hope.
I better be crying at this fucking apology. I swear to God.
I think you might be. And then Walker said, the two guys are here, they're just staying quiet.
Hiya.
Hiya, hi guys.
Hello.
The two guys were saying,
Hi John.
why doesn't Ralph Fenton just do his own podcast? And I nearly told him, going, do you know what, there was talk of two Fentons doing a podcast.
There is.
So can you...
And that's what it's going to be called, Two Fentons.
Two Fentons. Could you pitch it for Walker? Because I think him in particular would like... and we're just going to try and garner some feedback. Do you know what, for the...
Fenton number 2 said to me, I think me and you should do a podcast together.
Right.
And I said, okay, let's do that. I said, well give me a pitch. What are we doing? He said, well, that's what I want you to come in. I've got no real solid ideas. I said, well, this is amazing. So, give me an overview. What are you kind of thinking? He goes, well, what I think is, see if I was to play my iPod, or that's how old he is, it's old Peter, right? So iPod, if he used to play his iPod randomly, right? He's that proud of any song that would come on. He could just play 5 songs randomly and then give you a wee story about each. It could be Rick Astley, it could be Idols, it could be whatever, right? Just whatever comes on, you say a story about it. He says, so something along the lines of that, I think, like just playing songs and talking about it. And I said, well, there you go, that's your podcast right there. Two Fentons sit down, both with their music devices, and we'll just shuffle. And whatever comes on, we need to talk about whatever comes on. Why you've got that on your phone. Don't be embarrassed about it if it's embarrassing, but you'll have, it can make easy a good 40-minute podcast out that easy.
But as well, you have the shared history of the two Fentons randomly meeting in the Highlands.
Randomly meeting in the Highlands, one being young, me, 32, him being old, 58. Do you know what I mean? So that's a good combination.
Well, this is my question. Who's the other Fenton?
Oh, Peter Fenton, what an absolute gent he is. Just a lovely guy to love her to around. And then when he said to me, what's your name? I told him my name, Ralph Fenton. He went, what? My name's Fenton. So we started looking back through, are we related? You listen. So how the first conversation was an absolute cracker we had to each other. He said, I can't believe we're both Fentons. I went, no, that's amazing. Conversation kind of stopped right after that. And I went, what are you up to today? He said, just ironing and listening to music. I went, listen to music? I said, what are you listening to? He's like, you might not have heard of her. There's a girl called Nico. I was like, what, Nico that used to sing with the Velvet Underground? Is it the first album or the second one? He's like, the second one? How do you know this? But, right, brilliant. So we had a real bond over really obscure musical acts that we both like.
And there's been a few swap my mixtapes as well, hasn't there?
Oh, CDs. He left me 2 weeks ago. He left me a lovely African funk CD. Some guys out of Ghana that are doing some funk, and it's honestly fantastic. So, this is just amazing. The random meeting of minds.
Isn't that? I don't want to.
Gary's going to tell you
you can't do this podcast.
He's going to tell you about fucking copyright illegal stuff.
No, Gary, before you even go there, I know we cannot play music in a podcast because it's going to interfere. Because we don't have the license for it. Is that what you're going to say, Gary?
That's how I was going to kill your buzz, man.
Actually,
Jesus,
Gary,
this is like going back to the fucking European Cycling Championships for you. Fucking hell.
I had a great day that day.
I had a great day till you wanted a badge and wanted to wait in fucking a 45-minute queue for a fucking rare badge.
And you know how much that badge is worth now?
£452 a check. I know.
Right. So, if any listeners have got any feedback, is that a podcast that we could get 12 of them interested in and start the ball rolling? We'll pass the messages on to you.
That would be a delight if we can get this out there as the genesis of the audience participation in this podcast. I'd love that.
Yeah, it would need to be done through Spotify, and you need to not be able to clear any recent searches.
Okay.
All right,
because I think people could. I think Ralph's too precious about his really cool image.
Maybe. How was Chris's heartfelt apology about stealing my shit?
It was. I would say it was too heartfelt.
Oh, that's good. It needs to be heartfelt.
Who's your top?
I heard that. So I said to Ralph, don't tell me. I just want to go in blind. What? I fucking told you. I told you got a ticket, but I don't want you to look up any listens. Don't look at anything. You need to go in blind. That's the way it's going to be. Aye, all right, he said. And then he fucking Billy Big Boots the podcast. Conroy.
Well, see at the end where you fucked me over. It paints you as being too cynical, like it's been your plan to fuck me over for day one. That's not the. Is that the image? The happy-go-lucky mod, everybody's pal, the cheeky chappy. Watch me fuck this guy.
I'm a bastard. I keep telling you that.
Right,
who's the angle I'm going for?
Who's your tip for the Tour de France? Your outsider?
Oh, fuck off. She's stealing my shit all the time, isn't you? Any money there's a podcast that comes out next week called Two Conroys.
Well, thanks for taking the call. We do appreciate
Anytime.
it.
Pleasure. Love all three of you individually, but in separate ways.
Right. Take care.
See you later.
Bye. Bye.
So I went to see a T-Rex today in Kelvin Hall Museum.
Did the opening chords of 20th Century Boys play there? And you're down, 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 down.
How they cut that out for copyright?
Prince Andrew.
So a Dutch museum went to Arizona and dug up a almost complete T-Rex skeleton.
Right.
And it's been on tour around Europe, and Glasgow is the only British stop.
See, instead of doing that, see the industrial estate where the I don't know who it is. Who is it? Is it it's not the Catholic Church. Who is it that buries the dinosaur bones to make the earth look older? Who's the hoaxers that buries the bones?
Fucking Christian. What's the word that goes in front of Christians?
Fucking
fundamentalists.
No, but they wouldn't.
But
they're the ones that say there's people burying them,
right?
Because they want.
It's also a Spanish football team, third or fourth division, changed their name to something like the Flat Earth Society AFC.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Aye. Right, sorry.
What kind of ball do they play with?
It's a frisbee, guy.
So I headed into Kelvin Hall, and it's the first time I've been since it was.
It's pretty good, isn't it?
It's all right. I still wish the Transport Museum was there. Doesn't seem right.
Well, instead of the fabulously designed Riverside Museum, not a mile and a half away.
Yeah, but I don't like new things. I only like old things, just and everything to stay the way it is.
Okay.
Yeah, that is right there. Actually, that's really Gary.
Yeah. Like when Richie was here. Fucking months without a Richie reference. Feels good to be back.
So it was £14 a ticket.
Said Richie never. £14?
£14 a person to get in.
And you've sent us that picture for nothing, Gary.
I know.
Thank you.
40 quid a family.
Also, the car park's paying display.
That's disgusting.
It's the same for the gym.
Aye. And then, so we put in 2 hours into the car.
That was optimistic.
And then they went, actually, the exhibit's shut just now. There's a emergency situation going on. And then I went, there was an ambulance outside there, right?
Ben Stiller's fucking chasing Robin Williams.
So we had to wait like 45 minutes to get in.
Right.
And it is just, as people had told me before and I didn't believe, it is just a room with one skeleton in it.
See the photograph that you sent us?
Yeah.
I can't believe how undramatic, how bright the lights are.
Yeah.
Like, there's no drama, smoke machine, dark and shadow. It's like turning up and there's just a fucking pile of bones in your PE hall.
Yeah. That's exactly what it's like.
Speaking of pile of bones in the... no, that's not going... I seen Justin Curry playing table tennis in the Kelvin Hall last week.
Did you?
It was only £13. Him and his pal were playing right in the middle.
Who?
The singer for Delamitri.
All right, okay.
Justin, a few of my pals know you, and they say, kind of you can be quite... And I didn't want to they say you prefer, to be left alone in those situations. If you want to get my table tennis, just
run to me.
That's Brian Adams.
No, it's not.
Or do you mean
roll to me? Fuck. That would have been... See if that was right. That would have been really good.
Fucking hell. Anyway,
get in touch.
Justin, get in touch with your favourite true crime podcast.
So yeah, it was good to see. Once I'd paid the money already,
Right.
I was like, okay, yeah, this is a good sight. There was very little, there was little things round the side, but not much.
It wasn't Jurassic Park.
No. I've kind of felt like if they, okay, obviously they made the big deal about the T-Rex, but maybe if they'd had 6 other dinosaurs that, as well as the T-Rex, here's another few things to see. But there was like an interactive wall that they had. Hey, who copy these moves on the screen and see if you can attract the dinosaur towards you. And then there was like scales. Like
I smell like meat. It'd be fucking right over.
But we think that T-Rexes had to eat this amount of meat a day. How many dinosaur meals do you weigh?
How much meat would that have to?
It was 20 kilograms a day.
All protein?
Yep.
It's building muscle all the time, isn't it?
But just... Then there was a little video screen that showed you how they dug it up and made sure it was safe and put it all back together again. And it was interesting, and I did, but it just... half an hour.
In and out. You need to have more, don't you?
Yeah.
For £7, not today because there was a flood in the basement, you could have went across the road to Kelvin Grove where the Linda McCartney exhibition's on.
When we were in the queue and they were going down the queue telling people, we're really sorry, we can't let him in just now. But if you want to go over to Kelvin Grove and come back, then somebody would say, no, we've just come from there. It's closed. So they weren't having a very good day.
That exhibition's on for ages. I'm going to catch up midweek when it's empty.
The Linda McCartney one?
Yeah, I've seen a couple of pictures and she was better with a camera than she was with a synthesizer.
But you could just go to Iceland and see all the stuff in the freezers.
Is it the brand still there? Linda McCartney,
yep.
I had a fucking joke about Linda McCartney burgers and it just never fucking took off. I made a joke about having fucking... I was looking in the freezer and I had a packet of Linda McCartney burgers that was so old. There was a competition on the side of the pack to meet Linda McCartney.
I remember you doing that joke.
Fucking 6 runouts that got fucking never got
Where
in.
would I seen you do that then if it was only 6?
Time 4. But see when you go, do you know what, that was a good joke, and then just never, like, going, fuck. You ever tell a joke like that? Just go, fuck.
A lot of them.
Pretty much everything I ever did. Like, that deserved more.
I done a lot of Oscar Pistorius jokes on the night of the day he killed.
We'll talk about that in the Patreon. I'm not getting this stuff away to David Stewart.
So the last story we have today is
huge.
Apparently, a gay footballer is going to come out at the weekend. Premier League?
I'm really disappointed it's a championship player. I think it needed to, but the information that he has given that he's under 23, so it's not last year his contract, 1 year abuse. As somebody that's going, do you know what? I've got 10 hard years ahead of me here, and the support's been really good.
Yeah, I don't. It feels like they've probably known about this longer than they've been promoting the
right.
Because do you remember Jim White had Justin Fashanu on.
He was tweeting.
John Fashanu, sorry.
He was tweeting the day about it.
Well, this is why I think he
just talking to the gay footballer there. Everything's going great.
He had John Fashanu and his daughter
on. Aye.
and they were talking about how he treated Justin when he came out, and he was like saying how he had a lot of regret because he felt he was letting the family down because at that time they were very religious, very different. So I feel like there's been, when I seen Jim White talking about it today, I feel like there's been a big thing
for him
in the background.
Justin Fashanu did not make it easy on himself signing for Hearts, then Airdrie. Did he play for Airdrie?
Did he?
I'm not 100% sure. Like, going... There are places you could have went that it would have been easier on him, but I suppose it fucking needs... You know, you could have had, but he didn't. He was kind of going, nah, this is the score. But I've seen the pressure that put him under. That it's going to... the guy that's going to come forward is going to need to be particularly strong mentally.
Yeah.
Because there's going to be a lot. But also what isn't mentioned is the amount of lesbian players that just won the World Cup.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And there's lesbians within the Scotland national side as well.
Aye.
So it's one of those ones where they've been able...
What? There's a gay guy? What? Everybody look over here. We've just won the World Cup, by the way, we're some team. Cool.
Aye.
Guy over here.
But that is a wee bit what it feels like as the captain the captain of the USA World Cup winning team is lesbian.
She's absolutely off the charts stature-wise after it.
But she's brilliant. But this is the thing though, it's because this is the first time the World Cup's really been watched by a lot of people. It's given the focus. She's always been like this.
I watched the final. Like same as Colin Kaepernick taking the knee and took a lot of abuse for that. And I think her partner's a basketball player.
Yeah. Well, did you see her interview today on CNN or yesterday?
CNN.
But obviously that's just interviewing her, so the whole team have refused.
Jim White and CNN here. Talking to women. Unless a guy comes over and then I'm going to talk to him.
See, you've went too long. That was a really good initial Jim White impression. You had the wee inflection at the end. It really worked. But she was saying that she will not go to the White House to see Trump, and none of the team will. But they've accepted.
Who was the last sports team who did go to the White House? Because I feel like every single winning sports team...
The Mighty Ducks.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Epstein was their agent.
But they've been invited by like the Senate House to come and meet loads of the politicians. They're like, oh yeah, we'll come meet certain politicians, yeah. But we'll not go and meet the president.
That is the end for that team though. You know, they're all at an age now where 2 World Cups, gold medal. There are going to be some of them retire. But for the women's game, it's been really good. Like, I watched the whole of the final. I hadn't caught much of the World Cup. The standard was fantastic.
Until about 80 minutes.
The
fitness is poor.
I'm talking to my mates in the chat going, see if they put a reserve game on or a ladies game before the football or after the men's game. Would you hang about or turn up early to watch it? There's no fucking appetite there amongst...
People will not enter a football ground until 3:05.
Unless... What law change could you make?
Let people drink.
I would see if football stadiums in Scotland were like football stadiums in England, where you do tend to go in
soulless.
No, but you do go in 2 hours before the game because you can drink and there's Sky Sports. There's TV there.
You can do that at Dumbarton.
Can you though?
Yeah.
Is it not only in the lounges?
No.
Like, can you imagine they had the Rangers ladies versus the Celtic ladies straight after an Old Firm game?
After's the wrong thing though.
That would need
to be before.
In lower league grounds, which you'll know because you've been there. They all have they all have community bars where you can drink, and you can't drink in the stands.
Were you referring to the journey?
Well, you can't do that in England either.
Yeah.
You can't take it past the turnstile.
Can you not?
Nah. Nope. But I think I would go if you could drink beforehand, because I always feel like is the standard much different between Hibs and Wraith Rovers ladies teams than the World Cup final I watched last week? I mean, that's massive unfair. America is the best team.
Yeah. I'd seen somebody throwing up a question, would the USA national team beat the Scotland men's?
No.
No?
No.
Why not?
Just wouldn't. They're not as fit, they're not as strong, and they're not as powerful.
Because Steve Clark sets up not to get beat.
It's just unfortunate.
They're not as well
They're
paid.
just stronger.
Yeah.
Do you know what I noticed as well? Women are so much cleverer.
Right.
Do you know how when there's a 50-50?
Right.
In football, when you're watching men's football, you go, the strikers definitely use toe to this ball, and if they slide in, they're getting wiped out.
Yeah.
They just have to take the hit.
Mm-hmm.
Women's football, they withdraw from. They just don't go for it because they
Aye.
know they're going to get hit, and it goes, no, they're sensible. Because why would you want to get clattered?
Do you know what?
It was like constant. I think a constant thing that I seen going. That's what I'd do if I was playing sevens with my pals. I wouldn't be going through that tackle.
Do you know what I seen that Megan Rapinoe doing for a Dutch free kick? Rapinoe or Rapinoe?
Rapinoe.
Hate to be you if you've got
I think
that
it's
wrong.
Rapinoe anyway, but go.
Dutch are lining up to take a free kick, and she stood where the free kick taker was standing and lined the wall up for the goalie.
Yeah.
Going, that's fucking amazing.
I've
Yeah.
only ever seen one other person do that before.
And at the other end of the pitch, there was a mirror.
Danny Murphy.
Yeah.
At Liverpool used to do the exact same thing. He said that was when they introduced the law about you could take a quick free kick if you asked the ref.
Right.
So they were like, keeper, stay in the fucking middle of the goal, I'll do the wall.
Aye.
So that was Liverpool with the first team. They're the only people I've ever seen do it.
Have you seen the Liverpool keyring that they've released where Klopp looks like Harold Shipman?
It's amazing.
We'll put that into the picture.
It's amazing. But yeah, good luck to the... Is it at footballer gay or at the gay footballer? One is the gay footballer and one's at football gay, but I don't know which way round it. The
I think
name
it's at footballer gay.
Right.
I hope he's good. I hope he's...
Well, that's kind of it though, because there was the Australian Premier League player that came out like 4 months ago, and it got no traction because it was like a lower end.
Yeah.
So it does need to be somebody who's got... Actually, that's not very right. As long as it's somebody that comes out and gets good publicity and gets good treatment that other people can come out.
I seen yesterday. I seen a FA linesman come out saying how much he enjoyed Pride and what a pleasure it was to work with the FA, the people at Pride, and be the first out official. Wow, fucking refs waste everything. You are actually trying to rain on a parade. So I think they've built this up too much.
Do you know what's amazing actually as well? Arsenal are doing Pride numbers.
Yeah,
you get printed on your top, but Frank McAvenny didn't write an article about it. Because I actually looked at it and went, see, even the symbol aside, I think I want that number on the back of my top. It looks so much better.
Jim White, gay icon.
That's it.
It's coming.
Is that us then?
Aye, for the free shot, aye.
Head on over to Patreon for more top quality content.
Goal. Can we just leave one question that people will not answer or get back to?
Yep.
What's the
They
weirdest...
won't be listening at this point.
It doesn't matter. What's the weirdest place you download and listen to podcasts?
There's several people that listen in the bath.
But no, that's not weird. Somebody messaged me just to say,
And the mirror.
your podcast got me through painting a fence the other day. And I went, you're welcome. Mine just mainly in the bath as well.
You're going to be really disappointed when somebody replies wing H.
Do you think anybody makes love to John's voice?
John? Am I doing it right? How good am I?
Yeah, so let us know.
I'll send you a photo of it.